so glad to be here. You keep playing those things. Oh, I'm so glad. I didn't know Brother Malcolm, but I met him once. When I think of you, when I think of you, and all that's true, and all you said would come to pass, I get confused with life's many rules. Sometimes this road is hard to bear, but I didn't know that you would be gone, and all of my yesterdays and tomorrows I'd spend alone. I've gotta be strong. I've gotta move on, but I miss you. The songs, the life you live, all the good deeds you did, outweighed all the bad things were truly big. The trials you fought, all the lessons were taught, made you become a strong man throughout your walk. But I didn't know that you would be gone, and all of my yesterdays and tomorrows I'd spend alone. I've gotta be strong. I've gotta move on, but I miss you. Forever, the love I have for you will last forever, loving you always, forever. My love for you won't change, 'cause loving you's the best thing that I can do. Thank you.
Cortex of the brain, the area that controls judgment, has not been formed until you're almost 22 or 23 years of age. And still it is through those periods that these essential decisions are made about what am I going to be and why. And that's why our young people need so much support and protection, because they are not able to make the judgments that will sustain them over the rest of their lives. And that's a message to us as a people, to say, don't condemn, don't judge, don't evaluate, embrace, support, nurture, direct, counsel, because their cortex has not developed to the point that they can make the kinds of sound judgments to sustain them. Now we look at the life of our brother, our son, our cousin, our nephew, our grandson. We see him emerging from that what and why, and saying that he had started to find the way. So you come from the who and the what and the why, and you say, what is the way? And if you read his obituary, you will understand that he was finding the way. He was a scholar. And if today civil rights movement is education, he understood that. He was working in the area of education. And there is no effort on the part of young people today to find a cause to connect themselves to. They can't worry about voting because we can vote. They can't be a freedom rider. They can't worry about public accommodation. But it is sustainable. Malcolm and the traditions of the Shabazz family live on. It is sustainable. We embrace them. We protect them. We adore them. We live in their cocoon. It is no you and me. It is we, one people, under God, created in his image, as Malcolm was.
I mourn with you all today. I feel like I am a part of this beautiful family. I consider myself family because I was Dr. Betty Shabazz's goddaughter. And she was a true inspiration in my life and truly an influence, a great influence in my life. And Malcolm and I were fairly close, as we are two young people from the same generation and also two young people from a well-known lineage. But being an immediate descendant of someone famous can be a source of pressure for some. But for Malcolm, he was not afraid to aspire to the heights of his grandfather that his grandfather and his grandmother both reached. He felt that he was his grandfather's successor and that his spirit, of course, lived through him as he was the first male heir. And of course, none of us are immune to the challenges faced by our generation, but Malcolm always spoke of making the world a better place for our people. And even in the midst of some of our serious discussions, you know, Malcolm had a really good source of humor. He always could make you laugh. Malcolm, following in his grandparents' footsteps, he was also a true follower of Islam. And this was a young man who was really on the cusp of a breakthrough, not only in his life, but he was on his way to achieving greater things that would have made us all very, very proud of him. What Malcolm Shabazz started, me and my generation will finish, and I must continue. So, on behalf of those of us who were sort of his peers, we will not forget him. We will pick up his flag, and we will finish the race. Thank you, Malcolm.
My deepest condolences to Alyasha and Malak and the entire Shabazz family. I have a lot of mixed emotions today. So I took one of my elders' advice and wrote my words down so I can stay on task. See, I want to celebrate the life of my friend Malcolm Shabazz at a time when I am angry that he was taken away from us. Yep. The parallels between Malcolm Shabazz and his grandfather Malcolm X were countless. They both were just scratching the surface of what they were about to do. The heights that they were about to reach and the people they were about to influence. They were both on a mission to change the world. They also both knew the forces of enemies that combined, that joined together with each other to work against them out of cowardice and fear of what they knew and where they were about to go with the movements they were about to create. And some of those enemies are no doubt here today because that's what cowards do. But they do not deserve our time, our energy. They are the gum beneath our shoe, and I will not degrade this celebration by acknowledging their existence.
That's right.
Sometimes, although a full onslaught of words of wrath would be very warranted, sometimes you have to pray that God cools your tongue.
Okay.
And that's what I've been doing since Sister Eliasha reached out to me to speak today.
Yeah.
So I will focus on honoring and celebrating the life of my friend Malcolm Shabazz. See, I knew Malcolm, and yes, he was my friend. I saw his passion, what he wanted to do, the way he wanted to help our people was genuine. You can see it in his eyes when he spoke. I do these fatherhood panels all over the country, and we have done 3 different ones together, me and Malcolm. In Manhattan with Abiodun, who you will hear in a few minutes, and we did one in Rikers Island and in Baltimore. And in Rikers Island, we spoke to about 500 young men, all under the age of 18, who were incarcerated in the infamous prison. We had Messiah, who you heard from earlier. We had Amari Stoudemire from the Knicks, Styles P, who's a rapper, Chris Broussard. All of these stars who all did tremendous jobs, but one of the people who really connected with them the most was young Malcolm Shabazz. He was so honest with them. He talked about the mistakes he made in the past and the fact that he used his time in prison to learn. He connected with them because they saw his sincerity. Young people could see immediately, and they either connect with you or they don't. It doesn't really take long, and he connected with them instantly. He talked to them about the prison guards who he remembered, and they have no idea who he was. No idea at all. They want to sum up his life that he was troubled, or grandson of Malcolm X, and talk about the fire, talk about prison, and that's it. You can't sum up his life in that. That is disrespectful to him. And some of these people are like liberal media and liberal newspapers who you would think would know better. But we cannot let them define Malcolm. We know who Malcolm was. The people in this room know who he was and know what he was about. It was an honor for me to know him. It was an honor for me to have him as a friend. I feel blessed. And I want to thank the Shabazz family for everything that you do. I want you to continue straight and know that we have your back. This community, we have your back. And we are not going to allow Malcolm to die in vain. It is up to us to pick up the mantle and carry on the work. You can kill a dream. You can kill a man, but you cannot kill a dream. You cannot kill an idea. You cannot kill a passion. And that's what he had, and that's what he showed everybody in this room. So I want to thank you and offer my sincerest condolences. And may God just bless you and give you strength the rest of your life.
I get confused with life's many rules. Sometimes this road is hard to bear, but I didn't know that you would be gone, and all of my yesterdays and tomorrows I spend alone.
How are you?
Malcolm Shabazz, the grandson, namesake, and first male heir of El-Haj Minister al-Shabazz, more widely known to the masses as Minister Malcolm X. Here with my comrade.
I've gotta move on, but I miss you. The songs, the life you live